Yo, hello, we're here, and today we're going to continue a game that we haven't played for a long time on stream, which is Vampire here. Oh, oh. Okay. Local investigations, there we go. I think. Alright, I think we just have to continue the main story for now. I don't think we can do anything else, if I remember correctly. All these are done. He needs help. Wait, what did that say? Oh yeah, her son's been killed. Okay. I make treatments at the moment. JB is dodge. Everything's on max.
Be the answer to all your problems.
Hi. Who are you?
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Who are you?
I'd like to see what kind of medicine.
Never mind.
I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, you better believe it. How do I get there if I can't go from here?
It's locked.
Huh, how do I get around again? Really? There's a fucking werewolf I'm trying to kill. I'm your focus? Oh, okay.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, did I even check? Can we go that way? Or is this also locked?
I cannot enter.
Huh. Guess we'll just do the main quest for now.
It's locked.
Be a hideout, but I can't find anywhere to craft. Never mind. What do people need if we can craft it? Migraine, bronchitis, 2 migraines and bronchitis, and a headache. Headache, 2 migraines, 1 bronchitis. That's it, right? 2 migraines and 1 bronchitis. What the hey? What the who hey?
I have this thirst for blood.
That's cool. And who are you, mister?
Your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
What's the true horror around me?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Okay, you. I'm not gonna mesmerize because I'm not gonna do anything.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
You know what? Fair enough, I guess.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Which
Quite a
is?
judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Listening.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes.
Since you want to try to be a people pleaser to an extent, you don't want them to just not talk
You
to
must be
you.
aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
What is your plan?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No,
What is left then?
cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Limit.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous.
That's
Your
not where
nephew
I
is
thought that
a
was going.
soulless butcher, a small-time Torquemada, the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Oh, that's why that's off, huh? When did that happen? .400 zoom's okay. I just gotta remember that for the future if it changes again like this. Sorry about that.
What do you mean when
All sides.
quite a... What do you... What?
Okay, personal questions. Family.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupting city.
But where?
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do
Dorothy.
you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses. but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
By her. What?
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Ah.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
That's that how that works.
I have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Check one tiny thing. Go try save the boy, because if he's sending him out in the middle of this epidemic, he's probably he's probably, you know, in a little bit of danger, just a wee bit of danger. All right, and I can't go through there, so we're gonna go this way. Who are you?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Okay. Life in London. Health. I can make some fatigue in a bit.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Okay, okay.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you
Well,
will
that's
put
kind of their
them in
decision
danger
too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I don't judge you.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Dorothy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about?
Alright, I am trying to go. Good.
That would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Honestly, fair.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Fatigue. I can just run here and go to the hospital, or not hospital. This, no. We'll help her in a bit. As long as we help everyone before we nap, they should be fine, if I remember. What was the point of going up here?
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
I was about to say, where did she go?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Oh, are you mute?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Okay.
Very well.
Okay.
Goodbye then.
If you're sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. I know you distribute those, lady. I just watched you.
Hello again, miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well.
Watch yourselves!
Okay.
There's one of them! Die, vermin!
You want to do this right now? Yes, you do. for a migraine, which I do not have. What did that one lady need? Christina Popa. Need something for fatigue. Which, luckily for her, I can help with. Ow. Ow, ow, please. Uh-oh. Everything good here? Anybody around? Which just leads back to right there. Okay. Here's the migraine. I can't currently help with that. I'm sorry. Strange formulae. Oh, hi! Oh, that's a lot of you. Yep. Are you good, dude? He just kind of gave up. I don't know what's wrong with him. Just straight up went like, man, this isn't even worth it anymore. Okay, let me get to you, buddy. No need to fear, Dr. Reed is here. Hey. For you. Are you Crane?
All right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Is that a good idea?
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be safe?
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
God damn.
Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
At least Samuel's not dead at the moment. But he could already be a vampire for all we know. I call bull. There we go.
As I feared.
Yep.
Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
so righteous, so full of compassion, love for the suffering ones. His words are all the city needs. Tonight, I gave him all I have, my strength, my faith, my wealth, and if it is not enough, I know where to find more. Oh my god, he has a lot. Okay. Father Whitaker and I went to an abandoned house near St. Mary's Church. It was an awful and smelly place. Rats were disputing the rooms to the last remaining residents of the decrepit flats. Most of them are sick. Awful, awful odors. On the last floor, Father Whitaker found an old man lying on a dirty mattress, coughing and spitting blood in a wooden bowl. Father Whitaker knelt before him and prayed for a long time. The man seemed to feel better. Then we both helped him find the light. I cried, and then I cry. I cried, and then I cry. Hold up. Cried, and then I cry. Now, as I write these lines, for I've never seen a soul so relieved to finally be redeemed. Father Whitaker is a saint. If it's not presumptuous nor a sinful expression of pride, I wish I'll be able to save as many souls as he does. For it's a real privilege to witness such miracles. Tonight, we both went to the whorehouses boarding the canal. I must admit, I was very afraid to cross the path of Jezebels. But the buildings were abandoned for a long time. Whores and infections go together, explained Father Whitaker. But their customers quickly get scared when there's mention of disease. In the last brothel, we found 2 sick women sleeping together in a sinful attitude under dirty blankets. The odor was awful once more, the smell of Satan and the disease, explained Father Whitaker, before kneeling down and praying for these 2 lost souls. The women were so frail and sick they were not able to move, and I threw petrol on the blankets. Their souls are now cleansed and purified. Jesus Christ. Yo, James, thanks for the 38 months. I appreciate it. 21st of October. Father Whitaker is a saint. I won't let anybody mock the holy man he is. He shall receive more help and support, but as all the true prophets, he is alone. He needs more than his followers. He needs love and proof of love. Tomorrow I shall go to the back of the cemetery and unearth more wealth for him. The dead have no need of the terrestrial goods. But we need to eat, Father Whitaker and I. 27th of October. Tonight, for the first time, it was my turn to lead the round. I chose where we went 10 days ago. I chose to return where we went 10 days ago. Which one was the 17th? Just an abandoned house. Okay, where the old man got killed. Or old man died. Father Whitaker approved of my choice. Since the good man's work is never finished and Satan never sleeps, he explained. He also said if I keep showing so much zeal, he may soon give me more important missions and tasks. I can't wait. 3 more souls have been cleansed from any corruption tonight. If it's not presumptuous nor sinful expression of pride, I dare say we are one path to greatest. We are one path to the greatest.
This is...
How you doing, by the way, James? Good to hear. Ooh. Where am I going?
It's locked.
Okay, so this is just a shortcut to the hospital. I do not like that blinking 3-day weekend at all. Nice, nice. Get all that relaxing done. 5 shillings. Let's see. I can upgrade my gun from crafting tables, right? surely. Is there even a crafting table in here? There should be. It's a hideout, but like it might be locked behind that one door. Right. It's across the way. Yep. Okay, so what do people need help with other than the ones I already have? I have the fatigue for you, and I have bronchitis for you. Right. One fatigue. Cold and bronchitis, so. Fatigue, one bronchitis. We need one. 2 migraines. 2 migraines, 1 headache, and who knows? 1 headache and 2 migraines. Now we can help everybody. I mean, presumably we can help everybody. Vampires are real. I dare say that seems like some kind of wrong nonsense. Vampires aren't real. Oh, that is much faster than sprinting. What the hell?
Mine! I'll take it! Shit, that leech is fast!
Ow. Don't do that, buddy. And the people across the way did not hear these gunfires at all. Oh? Might as well let him know that his holy servant is dead. I can get there from here. Perfect. Oh, and now I'm back here. Nice. Where would you be, Oswald Thatcher? I know you're in this district, but where specifically? Known? Who are you? This is unknown?
That was fast.
I'm afraid the trail of breadcrumbs leads beyond the hospital premises. I must leave for a time.
Is that so? Why?
Now it's time for you to be patient. It would seem that your blackmailer is part of a more complex machination whose root is in Whitechapel.
Machination? Do you suspect another immortal is involved?
Possibly.
I hadn't considered that eventuality.
Do be careful, my good doctor. When immortals are involved, the stakes tend to escalate quickly.
I'll return with case solved or carried on my shield.
There you are.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I don't care.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Are you sure about that?
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
James, I cannot wait for end of the month. Why does everything have to be coming out then, though?
Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Yo. Hey, James. Welcome to the stream. Why not go to a hospital?
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't
Yeah,
trust
I
doctors.
heard of all
All I
your
care
stream
about
now,
is their careers
and I heard my name, so I'm about to join the chat.
I won't be
Fair
in
enough.
any room again.
I was saying, I hate that at the end of the month, everything's coming out at the same time.
Yeah, this question is coming out.
I've seen enough
Put my
butchers
dice
in white
cells for
coats
this.
to last a
What?
lifetime. Hospitals
Might be
reek
a
of
skill push.
chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
I'll put it on the market to sell. So it sells before stuff starts coming out.
I need to turn you up. I cannot hear you for the life of me. You're at max volume. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm probably just mumbling. Like, super, like, looking at my monitor because I'm up on top of the dome, sniping.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about why you have
Like,
this fear?
my face is
of
close
being
to my monitor,
exposed?
not pointing towards
No,
the mic.
I really
Right,
don't.
right. I got what
An
you're
irrational
saying.
fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event.
Got a really good
Perhaps
font
it
this
would
time,
help
hoping
to
that
talk
I
about
can
it.
see some
Well, Doctor, take a guess
player
then
I
if
run
you're so
across, but
interested
no.
in my case.
Just scabs.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill the enemy to survive. Guilt is a powerful emotion and could lead to feelings of suffocation and oppression.
My God, you're so wrong. Believe me, I would kill if it happened again. Violence is part of who I am.
Well, I'm locked out of that. That's cool.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Maybe I should just start looking at details on them while talking to them. Because that's the second person in this playthrough so far that I got locked out of conversations with because I chose the wrong option. It's a neat feature, but it's kind of annoying feeling like you get locked out just because you choose one dialogue option that you think might be the right one. And it auto save. There's no manual saving, and it auto saves after every dialogue choice. So
yeah, nice save scope.
Yeah.
Implemented.
Oh, get out of here.
I had high hopes for this raid with players.
There we go.
One of quests called Calibration, where I have to get killed over 100 meters.
Tarkov?
Yeah. So I went up and I've been running reserve, run up to the dome and shoot down at the apartments and the military outpost.
Whack.
Ended up shooting a lot of scavs and a lot of players. It's like 20 kills too. I think I'm at 12. Probably at 14 now. I don't recall. Oh, just 2 people came out. 5 players. Yep. My aim was bad. They both live.
Ooh, I made a poor financial decision the other day and bought another 4 terabyte M.2.
Hey.
It doesn't come in for like another week or so, but I bought it.
I have this. Vast
Yeah. M.2s are nice to have though.
Here's the problem. I already have 8 or 10 terabytes worth of M.2s.
You can use another 10 more.
Especially with the size of games nowadays.
Very true.
But yeah, no, we got Black Ops 6, Dragon Age Veilguard, Red Dead Redemption 1, finally heading to the PC. I don't know if I'm going to get that one just because $50 for a 14-year-old game is kind of fucking stupid.
Mind, Mr. Reed?
Yeah.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Oh, it's free. Don't worry.
I'm shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Probably should let this guy
Goodbye,
alive.
miss.
They walking towards where the
Take care
players
of
went.
yourself as best
Could have used
you
him to get the players to run out.
Hey, Tobias, your boy's dead. Your friend is dead.
Father Whitaker, my son. So, I used to.
I have
Watching the
found
AI
Samuel,
blast some
your
players.
disciple.
Are you doing
I'm
PvP or
afraid
PvE?
I have
It's
bad
PvE.
news.
I already
So the AI,
expected.
oh well, the AI's dead. The players made him.
have come back.
I was like watching him shoot a shotgun at towards them, and then I just see a big explosion in that area. I'm like, oh shit, he gone.
The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our
I'm kind of hoping those players would come out and walk down the
He
road.
would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery.
Yeah, you make the player AI loot bodies. The Scav AI will go up and loot bodies, and you can shoot them, but the player AI just avoids bodies altogether.
I'm not gonna tell him his buddy was a grave robber just yet. Why send him to the cemetery?
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return.
Ugh.
Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the
Run over and
saints.
position myself on top of another building.
Okay,
I said. This
But who?
She.
confess your crime.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burned those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No.
I want the winter update back.
The only
The winter
way
update had all the trees without leaves, so you could see
is to strike
farther
the source
into
itself.
more areas.
Well, you gotta wait for it to be winter, silly.
Yeah, except it's like fresh as summer right now, so it's gonna be a little bit.
That's weird. You think they'd tie it with real life time?
It's a Russian game.
You're not the same.
Yeah, but Russia is still in the northern hemisphere, so it'd still be based off our weather
Okay.
patterns.
Yeah, well, maybe they're off by a couple
You're
months.
just a
something like that.
glorified sadist.
I
All I
take
know is
no
they took
pleasure
away
in this awful cleansing, Dr.
The snow was the
I am
best.
only
Like the
driven
snow,
by
it
the
was really
thousands of
crunchy and stuff.
innocents I
But
save
man, you
each
could see
night.
everything because everything was, backdrop white.
Right. Alongside just a bunch of people in colored armor, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Your disciple,
heard
Samuel,
of this player
stole
there.
from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and
Have
proof of
very
his
45
death.
minutes.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
Usually get player eyes sit in dumb areas where you can just snipe them.
He defiled the dead with his petty
Yeah.
thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Is that so?
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Well, bye,
I've had
dude.
enough.
Who are you?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous
Oh,
surgeon.
yes. Sit in that bush
I'll
with you.
gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Got one. Shot one, and he ran into a bush, thinking he was safe, and started healing.
Newspaper.
Why are the newspapers
Is there
keeping
someone who
silent
invite me
about
to
the
that one?
Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
Game Fortress 2, how about now?
People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this
Look,
epidemic
the other
could
player
turn
got
into a
murdered by the,
scourge.
Gabby.
It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Afraid of not getting...
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these
Got
streets
something
at
through the
night?
wall.
I've had to run and
His
hide
gun
more
poking
than
out.
once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you
Does the
think
PvE
flu
have
really
co-op, or is it
responds to
strictly
those
solo?
Yeah, let's go up.
Okay. Fuck, I might have to reinstall that game again.
See, he needed that fourth terabyte.
Sure.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really?
I'm literally just sitting on top
To be
of
honest, I could say
the
the
map, just
Some
over,
of the sick I saw or heard of.
overwatching it,
My
shooting
God,
people
what
on the
happened to
stand.
them?
What?
I'm just like Overwatch sniping.
What is a
Not as
journalist
good as
doing in
like.
this borough after sunset?
He
Like,
goes
not
where
good
none
at, like,
of his
Overwatch
colleagues
in
would
some
dare
games.
to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to
No arm
reveal
stamp
the
as a
truth.
killer.
I saw many reporters do the same.
Missed the days when there was no arm
Whitechapel is
stamp.
the crucible of so
And you could
many
just aim down the
untold
sights
stories
forever.
and tragedies. I want people to
Wait,
know
what?
them.
Hold up, what?
There's a arm stamina in the game where you can't hold your gun up for too long. The bigger the gun,
I
the
feel,
more
yeah, I
stamina
get what
it
you're
does.
saying. That I don't like the idea of that. I
To
feel
be
like
fair, I can hold my sniper rifle up for like a solid minute and a half before I have to put it down for a little bit. But
I still think that's weird. Like the closest I can think of a game that does that is New Vegas. And even then, it's not that you get tired, it's that weapons have a strength requirement. And if you don't meet that strength requirement, they just sway more.
you can continue aiming down the sight, it just weighs a lot. That is the downside on this one too.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the
Where-
public
which you,
interested?
running out
But
of stamina,
also,
the cutting
and
sways
that's why
a
I'm an
ton.
independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Christina
Yeah.
Popper claims she sells her body because she can't
You
find
have to see the
any
boss
other
spawn on
work.
top of the hill
Do
on
you
this map.
believe her?
Of course I do.
So that you can fight the boss from all the way back here, because it's spawn on the hill
I want
across
my
from you.
readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Personal questions. I can't.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are
I think that
wary
scab was watching the
strangers, and
shootout
I'm
of
not really an
one of them.
acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
See the other one later, crossing the area.
I care about public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving
Do you
public
then?
health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn
You're free
fine
healthcare
journalist,
vampire.
Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious.
Yeah,
When
I
he comes
skip
out,
early between
he doesn't
solo
seem to
play
have
and
any friends
multiplayer.
or family.
It's kind of annoying. Like, I played a couple rounds of Jalen up here, and they were like going on top of the buildings, getting angles on us and shit. It was actually a lot more fun.
He has no
The AI
relatives.
or real players?
Yeah, they
Except
like
for
the
that
AI players would
strange
get
man,
like
a poet named Richard Nithercott.
they have like
who
a,
sometimes
more of a
comes by.
sixth sense when you're on the online servers that they just go on
Where
buildings
can
and
I
aim up
find
at you.
this Mr. Nithercott?
You start getting
Spends most of
blasted
his
at you like,
time
oh shit,
walking around
where's he at?
Whitechapel.
The AI is more fun to go
Volunteering
against in the
versus-
PvE.
These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
In the PvE or when it's online, where the fuck did that guy go? Did he
He
die?
never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
He died.
Really? How do you know?
He went
Yeah,
to
he
the
did.
nearest mailbox
Did they do
just before
vanish?
posting his letter. He ripped it up and threw it away.
There was gunfire right before that, so
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
He has fatigue, so I need to make something for him later.
this guy bites the dust. Alright, let's try that building.
Been here before? I feel like I have.
of your home will not protect you, for there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
This guy was preloaded. He looks like a player. I just see this guy best time.
Hat. As much as I like this hat, when I have it with a headset on, it just fucking digs right into my skull so hard, like it's just painful to wear.
Oh, you know, good. The sniper areas map's like one of the best areas to just normally farm to.
The
There's no way I like to walk
content
up
of
here.
Darius' letter to his
The
children
way I
could
spawn up
give me
here and
more
come up
leverage
here
to enter.
on solo play. Occasionally get one or two that'll come up here in the multiplayer server.
I
But
cannot enter.
It's basically just free loot. There's 3 saves, 6 things, a file of cabinets, and a bunch of other shit that you can loot without even running into anything.
Fine. I think one of the only things I really don't like about Tarkov is the fact that there's a time limit.
Yeah, a lot of them are super long, but 15 minutes on this one. You were there 3, I'm gonna go run down and loot the area I just stuck one out. I know it'd be better if I just stay here, actually. Maybe I won't go to the bottom area this time. It's the last couple minutes of the raid, the players like to run out and run towards
Hello,
the exit. It's usually a
I'm
good time
Dr.
to
Reed,
get a couple good
and I
fights
would
in.
like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no.
They come out of their buildings
My
and
father
shit.
does not like people entering our house, you see.
But let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then. Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only be pain and suffering in this world?
You have fatigue? I don't have anything for fatigue at the moment, I think. I'm gonna go around and salvage stuff from your house real quick before I talk to you.
It's locked.
Yep, no loot.
Okay.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Got one in this round. Not bad. We got 5 more needed.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Right.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Let's
One of
see.
these times, there's gonna be a dude in a spot that I've never seen before. He's gonna kill
your
me.
father if he got an honest job. Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain?
Is there a... There is. It's down here. I think I need to make 2 things for fatigue now. One and... Yep, 2 things for fatigue. This is what I get for trying to be the good doctor and keeping everyone not sick. I have to go to hideouts on a semi-frequent basis so I could keep making more medicine.
You again? What? How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons.
What are those reasons?
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Oh.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I will say I do like that you get XP
Sure.
for just talking to people.
Pain and suffering in this world.
So,
I'm not.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Here's medicine.
You'll feel better with this, but you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Goodbye, young man.
Is there only pain and suffering in this?
Let me talk to Lewis.
Buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, where is the reporter? There he is.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
It's locked, all right.
Hello again, miss. Very well. Hello again, miss. Come in. Good.
The walls of your home will not protect you.
Oh, I could have just opened that the whole time? Are you Richard?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
epidemic.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
That is all
fair. Are you
fair.
aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Speaking of, you need cold medicine.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir.
I think it's especially the boss spawn on this one.
The mystery
Spawn and there's just someone blasting already.
Like in PvE?
Yeah.
Are you not curious?
Well, I mean, the boss spawn in one of the areas players spawn at, they're fighting each other already.
All I know is I need to reset my PvE account because I have nothing. And I'm very early into it, so I don't mind resetting.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Also bringing stuff, but yeah.
Nah.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
Dorothy Crane.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I
When
love
the boss spawned in the area, I can see him that on the top of the dome. That'd be nice.
Mysterious.
Boss with a lot of
Sorry,
XP.
no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Tired always running.
Darius is a communist, huh? Interesting.
Man of Justice is a communist? That's not good.
I'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Not good at all.
This is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let...
We got fire stopped. Maybe the boss has killed everyone. Or the boss got murdered.
Oh, he's only not publishing his thing because he doesn't want to change the name. Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to...
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Oh.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nithercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye then.
Don't know what I was expecting trying to talk to a mute person. And trying to get a response from them.
Sure, he's just talking back in mute. Just gotta remember to unmute his voice.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Baron. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not to give you another beating, Baron.
And don't give him a beating. It's as simple as that.
People are talking about this.
They're still over there blasting each other.
Anyway, so I just started blasting.
Mr. Petrescu, just
What are
one
they
minute,
doing?
please.
You again.
Blasting away.
Go away.
Those are
Sir,
my sight
wait.
lines, though.
Stop this.
A nice
nonsense.
fog
I
came
know
into-
Nurse Crane is here.
Can't see shit anymore.
Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We
The
fight
version
to
of
help the
spawned.
poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr.
That lady didn't spawn
Yes,
up on top of the
you
mountain.
You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Also, let me talk to
If
you,
you
man.
want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Nope. You're gonna take my medicine.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor? It must be my lucky day.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Why is he a poor writer?
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nithercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me... Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Patrick.
Anything else in your place to steal? What else can I steal while I'm here?
Can you hear my voice?
Uh-oh, that dude's a vampire up there, ain't he?
Aren't you a vampire?
What? Yeah.
Why that?
Because I'm not trying to kill everyone. I don't know anything about other vampires.
Interesting.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
Oh, I'm trying to keep him alive.
Intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, did he die?
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Can you even save him?
We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Apparently I made all the right choices, but no, you cannot save him.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Not my problem?
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Oh, that was the right thing. What?
Oh, this one stinks already. See them dirty clothes? This was a
Well, shit.
Crush the leech, boys! The fucking beast! Don't like burning, does
Ow.
bloody leech!
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed.
I did not mean to get in your house. I'm sorry. Wanted to unlock this door. Okay. Mason Swanberry, who's in Whitechapel. Still don't know who she is, or at least where she is. I need to make cold medicine for him, and then I still have the 2 migraine medicines, right? Yes.
Good evening, Benjamin.
Speaking of
Can I help?
migraine medicine,
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
well, here's medicine.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible...
So the other guy is still here in the area, it's just more of a where.
Is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Just vaguely in Whitechapel.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you
I can't believe I'm doing this.
And then might as well make the cold medicine while we're here so we don't forget, and then just pop it right over to Richard. Also, I really don't like that Black Ops 6 doesn't give you, same with Modern Warfare 3 technically, they don't just let you download all the textures, all the high-res textures. They force texture streaming on you.
Yeah.
I
do that.
I'm okay with it as an option, but given the choice, I'd rather just have a larger file size and not have to stream textures.
Mm-hmm.
might eventually do a playthrough of this game where I'm just an evil bastard and mesmerize everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Nithicott.
And good evening.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to...
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
I mean, presumably the dude's not in a combat area. Well, I have no clue beyond that where he would be.
You are blinded by your false faith. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Actually, yeah, let's talk to Dorothy real quick, see if she saw any of that.
You distribute flowers at this hour.
Tell her, yeah, all of your patients are dead. They people just rushed in here and killed them.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus.
As long as you have the money.
Maybe this way towards the hospital?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! Burn it, boys! Die, vermin!
Dude, just die.
I have this thirst for blood.
Am I gonna have to look up where this guy is? Mason Swanborough. That's his name. Let's see if we can find him. Vampire Mason Swanborough. Okay, that's where he is. Okay, found him. Yeah, go this way. He is sick, therefore I must give him medicine. It's not this direction, though. Choose to ignore those guys. But supposedly he's around this area. Right. That's what the guide said. Yeah. Ow, fuck. I just saw his name. There he is.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say. Who?
All right.
At least let me give you medicine. I'm gonna have to leave and come back. Did I already leave long enough to be able to spy on him again? Cool. I'm not here, hee hee.
All right, time to make some more of that miracle stew. Where is the burner? Ouch! Oh, shit!
Let me help you, old man.
Shit, no more chlorine. Well, the next batch will be a little less miraculous, that's all.
Good evening, sir.
Leave me alone.
All right.
Okay, where's Loretta again? I think she was over by the church. Not the one directly by it, but the one a little further south, southwest.
Peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week?
Yep, there she is.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
Good.
I'd like to...
Damn it, you don't have anything. Well, considering I can't help that guy, like literally just, it won't let me. We can head back to the hospital, maybe? Now that I think about it, now that I could know that I could track quests.
nice, good quality. Come on, take a look.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost.
There's no easy way to say it, so I'm gonna be blunt. We can't keep going on like this. At least I can't keep going on like this. If Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, he'll crush him, and then he'll kill you. We've had some good times together, but let's face it, I'm never gonna be your Jane Lewis. You know, and I know it too, so I'm ending this right here, right now. If you agree with my decision, I'm sure we'll be I'm sure we'll find a way to be happy again, you, Joe, and me in time. And then the most important part of our story will have been preserved. Until that day, I wish you'd forgive me for now. Goodbye.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Giving it to Lewis. That, like... Here's the thing. Giving it to Joe would probably be the more moral thing. In terms of, like, he should know his wife cheated on him. But he might unironically kill the man if I do, so...
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus. Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Goodbye for now.
You again?
Goodbye.
I'm gonna give it to Barrett.
You never... I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around now. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Goodbye for now.
I'll be right back.
Okay. This map is not the most intuitive thing ever. Okay, after we get these side quests done, we're probably gonna call it a night. But it's gonna be a while before we do that.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can. Can I not go back to the cemetery now? What the hell?
Miss, please. Hey, Doc.
I'll leave you.
Never mind.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! He's done for! Fuck his fast! Get your weapons ready! Stop it! Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
Ooh.